these are comments that Trump has been making along those lines in the past few days about relocating displaced Palestinians to Jordan and Egypt. That's something that neither of those countries have accepted and will not accept. And so this is trying to explain himself. We heard from Steve Witkoff, the Middle East envoy, earlier, trying to explain it further, saying, the land right now in Gaza is uninhabitable. It's going to take 3 to 5 years to clear out all the unexploded bombs and to rebuild the utilities. And now we're hearing Trump speaking along those same lines that, it's not an uninhabitable land. Of course, that will not sit well with Palestinians and some of those Arab states. The concern, of course, is that they will not be able to return to their land. There's no guarantee that they will be able to return to their land. So that is the main concern. And it'll be a concern for the other Arab countries, particularly Saudi Arabia. The U.S. has been trying to mediate the normalization of the relationship between Israel and Saudi for a long time now. That relationship was put on hold because of the war, but that is a major motivating factor for Israel and for the U.S. In terms of progressing with this ceasefire plan. But in order for that ceasefire plan to progress and for Saudi Arabia to accept normalization of relations with Israel, they want to see a clear pathway to the Palestinian state. And then Saudi Arabia has also rejected the idea of displaced Palestinians being relocated to Jordan and Egypt. We'll have to see what more we get from that. We're expecting Prime Minister Netanyahu to arrive here any minute. They're supposed to have a press conference shortly after that, along with a dinner in the White House. And we're starting also to see protesters gathering. We moved a little bit to the side of the White House to see what was going on. There was a group of Jewish anti-Zionist protesters who had lined up along the street here. We're starting to see pro-Palestinian protesters arriving here. They're supposed to come here a little bit later. And we were wondering why they had lined up along the street here. There is the other side of the White House, Lafayette Square, the BLM Plaza, where you normally see protesters gathering. But there's so many barriers there now. They said that they were too far back and they wanted to be a bit closer to the White House. So they're starting to line up here on the side.